I'm gonna have to think of
Ta-da!
a better intro now. I'm still learning the
Surprise!
intros. Hi. I'm still learning the intros, and I haven't nailed it yet. Had when Raymond was alive, he was trying to teach me how to do it, and we never got there. So
A work in progress.
it is a work in progress. I'm going to share this,
I have shared it. It is shared.
and it usually takes a little bit for to get some people on there. So we have with us today, we have Miss Bev with us. Hey, Alicia. And I don't know, Bev, can you see on the side where it pops up? I don't
I
know where.
can.
Okay, good. So we have her with us today, and this is the first lore horse
Yay,
of
parade.
lore horse. So we talked about it our last live that we were not going to do readings every Wednesday anymore. We were going to do them once a month. And so we put out our little schedule of what we're doing, and this Wednesday is lore horse. And Missy did some investigating, much more than I did.
I didn't do a lot of investigating, but I did some. Hey, Terry. Thank you.
And we're so excited that Bev's here with us.
Yay.
I'm excited to be here.
So while we wait for some more people before we start talking about it, if you want to plug your event this week, because we plug events on
Yes.
our stuff.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Saturday and Sunday, Spooky Moon Market. If you're on my Facebook or Mama Ruby's Facebook, I've made you sick posting so much stuff. But it's this weekend finally, and you'll get to quit seeing all those ads pop up after the weekend. But it is Spooky Moon Market in Elizabethtown at the Pritchard Center. 10 to 7 Saturday, 11 to 5 Sunday. We've got bands, we've got dancers, we've got vampires, we've got a witch's walk, a cackling contest, costume contest, which you can win $100 at, and all manner of 60 vendors. So, well, 55. So that's what we're doing this weekend. Spooky Moon Market by Mama Ruby's.
That sounds, and how much is it to get in?
$5, unless you have a free pass card or a student ID or military ID, or you call my husband Dumpling when you come up to the table.
There you go.
Oh my God, I wish our mom was still here for the cackling contest. You remember Mom's witches
She
cackle?
was great at it.
It was amazing.
I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
I hope you're going to record it since I can't go this weekend so I can see it.
I'm actually trying to find someone to come down and record several things. And we've had no luck finding anyone. So if anyone pops up today in your mind that might want to come down and record a little bit on Saturday and a little bit on Sunday, I want to talk to them.
Okay. Well, maybe somebody will pop up in our live tonight.
You never know.
If not, maybe somebody on here knows somebody.
Exactly.
Go record the witches cackling and all that.
I think the witch's walk is going to be a hoot. It's, we're seeing how many people we can get in witch costume, and they'll walk up the block and around. But what we're trying to do is it's a first effort to see how many we can get together, because next year we want to go for the Guinness record.
Oh.
Nice.
Missy, we have to go. We have to go.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be
good. We need to.
Yeah. I know we need to.
That's what's going on.
That sounds good.
That's what's going on this weekend.
In that area this weekend, you need to go out and see Bev and call her husband Dumpling so you can get in for free.
There you go.
Absolutely. The only thing that costs anything extra is the ghost hunt. And it's $20.
That's a really good price for a ghost hunt.
Yeah,
that's a really good price for a ghost hunt. And a really good price to get into an event too. So you should go and see Beth.
You should. That would be crazy.
If you miss the Connor sisters at Sacred Journey, they're going to be there for sure on Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm. For sure on Sunday, and maybe later on Saturday. But for sure on Sunday.
Go see them again. Get an egg cleanse. Y'all know Misty. She's going to have a line a mile long. Her egg cleanse.
It's good stuff.
I'm even saving a dozen eggs to take her.
Oh,
Well,
that's
there you
She
awesome.
always runs out of eggs.
Yes, she
I
does.
believe it. Yes. Well, she had at our the seance they did, she brought one of the eggs into the seance. I can't remember why she said she brought it in there for something. And she said she was going to start doing that. And at her seances, she brought one from a cleanse in there. And it was all weird
Interesting.
looking by the end of the seance. It was weird.
Yeah, it was all cloudy and nasty.
Nasty. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, the egg cleanse is amazing.
So
For sure.
we have tonight, so we're going to talk about the Missy.
We are going to talk. I'm sorry. I'm trying to share things.
Oh, she's sharing.
I'm
She's
sharing.
sharing.
Sharon is Karen.
Oh, I need to make sure it's live on. Like I told you, we told you at the beginning. Our lives are chaos, Bev. They're absolute
Oh, that's
chaos.
okay.
Actually, this is pretty tame and calm for.
Yeah, it is, because usually the words are flying.
Why is it not? Let me share it. I could share it on Triple Goddess Gifts. That might be helpful. Thought I did.
I know, I shared it. But yeah, tonight we're going to be talking about one of our favorite little urban legends or myths to talk about razor blades in your Halloween candy. Fun times. We've all heard this one.
She takes a big swig of her.
My sweet tea. It is tea, I promise.
Sure it
It's
is.
not-
Sweet
it's not
tea.
alcoholic today.
You're not an
Mine's-
alcoholic. So.
Mine's 0 root beer.
Oh, yeah. Mine is usually, well, it's empty, but mine was Pepsi.
I'm almost out. But yeah, the razor blades in Halloween candy, it's heavily debunked by a lot of researchers. It all pretty much started from scare tactics, to my understanding. Scare tactics to try and scare
Media
people
panic. Yeah.
eating, getting their candy, because don't eat it, it's going to make you sick. And
Probably
just
some
crazy.
Apple company came up with it,
Yeah,
or popcorn company.
but
Somebody that wanted you to give popcorn balls instead of candy, or apples instead of candy.
yes, but
You have I think it actually started like in the late 50s. It was a long time ago.
60s is what I heard
60s.
today, but I don't know. All I know is that it was like the media got hold of it, and it was like, let's scare everybody at Halloween.
Yeah.
Let's do
Right.
something awful.
It did the opposite and then made people do it as a prank. Or it gave them the idea of, hey, let's stick some stuff in this candy instead of actually doing what I guess it was intended to do.
People were taking their candy to the hospitals and getting them x-rayed to make
I
sure
remember
there
that.
were conditions. Yes, I can remember
Hey,
Mom telling us that.
Some airports did it too. You could go by and scan it under their scanners in between flights. So I remember that as a kid.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying I remembered that as a kid that
yeah.
you could do that. Because I'm
Did y'all
old.
find anything that shows? I mean, I know there were actual cases of needles in candy, like from pranks and stuff like that. Did y'all actually find anything where there's actual razor blade in candy?
I did not. And I know some people put needles in their kids' candy trying to sue the candy companies.
Oh, yeah.
Or metal in the candy or whatever, trying to sue the companies. But I don't think they ever actually found a razor blade in any candy.
And I got in mind something about an incident in 2008 in China that involved like some metal shavings or something like that.
Right, there was
a factory
like manufacturing issue.
Contamination. Yeah.
But not like people purposely putting razor blades in candy.
No.
And then there was, we were talking.
Razor blades weren't real little then.
No,
so it had to be a pretty big piece of candy.
It would have to be a
put
big
a razor blade in.
bar. There is a Supernatural episode where the guy's eating candy and it has razor blades in it.
Terrible.
Of course, Supernatural has it.
They had to have everything because they were on so long. They had to come up with
I know.
ideas so many years.
15 seasons.
And then there was a case in the 70s we were talking about before where a dad was actually trying to poison his kid and put poison. So like the whole razor blade thing was more of a let's stick stuff in candy thing instead of actual razor blades. I don't know how it actually became razor blades.
I'm not sure. It was media that said razor blades.
The media said razor blades.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the one. That's what I saw. It was like a letter that was sent into like the New York Times or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
but now you don't even have to worry about. I mean, you have to worry about manufacturing issues because yes, that does happen sometimes where something will happen and you'll end up with stuff in your food or candy that's not good. But now you have to more worry about actual drugs that look like candy ending up in Halloween buckets, I guess.
Well,
or anywhere.
Yeah.
Thing that I could think of that, you know, if anybody would actually get sick, it's like say a kid ate a piece of candy that had a nut allergy or something.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, I always thought it was an excuse so our parents could go through our candy and get the good stuff out.
Eat your candy.
And that may be, you know, you can't have Reese cups because razor blades fit right in them.
Right. Yeah. Right. Perfect.
I'm gonna have to take a bite of this first.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to
Okay,
check
good. You can have it now. I still do. Well, she doesn't trick or treat anymore, but I made my daughter pay Halloween candy tax when she came in. I'm like, come on, you got to give me at least
me
one.
too.
Yeah.
Reese cup.
Yep.
That was mine.
Yeah, you don't get those very often. I swear she never got very many of them.
That's because she ate them before you got them.
She probably did. She ate them all before she got to me. She learned. She was smart.
But I got to get rid of these.
It was. I remember our whole childhood was like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was born.
I can remember Mom saying, "Check your candy."
Yeah,
I gotta check your candy.
If it's unwrapped, if the wrapper's loose, throw it away.
Right. But I mean, as a society, it shows how much we distrust people. You know,
I'm not eating anybody's candy anymore. Let's just put that out there.
Right. I mean, nowadays it's like, I don't know what you're going to give me. I got to be careful. If it's still sealed in the bag, I might take it like in the actual bag you bought it with.
If I bought it in the store myself, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How's that for a little paranoia?
Yeah. Right.
Not really. I'll eat candy anywhere, anytime. Why? Who am I lying to?
Somebody walks up to you and says, "Here, eat this." Okay.
Thank you.
Is it chocolate? Okay.
Or that, what did I see? I saw a meme that says, "I'm not stupid. You got to show me the candy before I get in the van."
I actually had, when I was 13, 14 years old, an old man in an honest to God pink Cadillac pull up to me, offer me candy with his pants down.
Oh my God.
I told him to go do something to himself. I was sassy.
Well, I mean,
but really, a really old, huge pink Cadillac, and him sitting in there with candy bars.
That is so, I don't know. Okay, so like, I just feel like you hear about things more. So it's kind of harder to get away with stuff like razor blades and candy because it would be all over social media within 30 minutes.
True or not, it would.
Yeah, even if it wasn't true, it would be all over social. Before, stuff like that, you had to wait for the news and all that stuff like that. Now it's like instant. It's harder to get away with things because, I mean, it's harder to not get away with things. They just make up shit and post it all over social media anyway.
Right?
Exactly.
So I'm curious to see what. There was something about apples. Didn't there have something? There
Yeah,
was
there
like
were razor blades in apples, needles in apples.
oh,
It was needles, I think, primarily in apples. So
Oh gosh, that goes back as far as Snow White.
exactly.
that's where they got the idea.
That's where it came
Seemed like
from.
there was something else they were putting in apples too, like rat poison or something, supposedly.
Oh.
But I don't quite know how you get it in there. Maybe
Well,
soak
maybe
it in it.
if it is a candy apple, maybe you mix it in the stuff that you put over the top
Maybe.
of that.
Yeah, maybe the caramel or the candy part.
Yeah. I mean, I can't eat either one of them. I feel like my teeth are going to come straight out of my head if I try to bite one of those.
I just bought one, so we'll see.
Let us know if you still have your teeth after you eat it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
They're getting more frail every day. But I have a lot of pretend ones now, so probably works.
well, that should be okay, right?
Should be.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess the media scare tactics worked, right? Because I mean, we always had our candy checked,
Yeah, I did
and I
too.
still kind
We
of,
did too.
check my candy too.
I would be more worried about it, I think, these days than I would have
Back then,
back then.
yeah, I feel like people are I'm more worried that there was going to be something that was not candy that looked like candy being in there.
That's what concerns me. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's the big concern. If it's not something you recognize completely,
That
you
was
know,
my checking.
I've told my grandson, don't you even take aspirin from anyone. Go and buy a bottle of aspirin because he's on a
'Cause
college
you don't know
campus.
what you're getting.
Exactly. So.
Or even those lickable tattoos. There's now that I'm giving people ideas if they didn't think of it already.
See, I hate to talk about stuff like that because
then somebody gets an idea about it and does it.
Right.
they say,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's cool. I didn't know we could do that. Let's go out and poison people."
If anything happens to anybody in that fashion, I had nothing to do with it.
Yes, this program takes no responsibility for anyone else's actions.
Right. Well, that took
For
all
sure.
of an 18 minutes to talk about that one. You'll
Well,
get
that
another.
was fun. That was fun times.
Well, there's also a thing over here. Let's see. When I read about this a little bit, it said it's a thing known as Halloween sadism.
Mm-hmm.
I had not heard that term before, but it says the idea of a random stranger deliberately harming is known as Halloween sadism, and it's easy to create in the public's mind because so many people think of things about Halloween being evil or bad. So they have every faith that somebody would be mean to your kids because of Halloween sadism. Halloween meanness.
Why? It's my favorite holiday. Why you gotta be mean on my favorite holiday?
I love Halloween.
I know.
I celebrate it year round. Just look at my
I've had
office where you really can't tell, but everything in my
you could
office is horror related.
That's because you go to Scarefest.
Witchy.
I've had a ball working on this event because I could use ghosts and goblins and zombies and skeletons.
That's why we had so much fun with
All
our
that
dark
fun
market
stuff.
because it was
Yes,
like
that's why we live in a dark market.
creepy.
And
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is
It's fun.
I mean, we had people when we were advertised for it. Oh my God, you're the devil! Actually, they attacked us more with Mystic Nights than they did for our dark market.
Mm-hmm.
Really crazy.
I literally got personally attacked. Thank you, Keith.
Thanks, Keith.
I personally got attacked because
Really?
apparently at that time I had 666 friends. I didn't know I had that many. So
What she went through to change that.
Well, now I'm down to 667 because I have cleared some out, and I'm like, okay, if I lose one, I'm screwed. But
You're in trouble again.
I'm in trouble.
You're in trouble.
So he screenshotted and posted it on one of the community things saying,
Let me guess who that might have
Actually,
been.
it wasn't.
Would I be right?
No.
Oh, wasn't. Okay, so I'm
No,
thinking of
this was
not that
this
person.
was a
Okay,
random
well, that's
dude
good
that's
to know.
in one of our community groups, and he posted
He was just
in
like,
there.
look at there. She must
worship the devil because she has
She must be
666 friends.
evil.
I was like, wow, I'm the Antichrist. Because I got 600.
Well, if they knew how many boobs you had, they'd really be upset.
But yeah,
we
so
don't tell anybody about her third one. It's okay.
he
I'm so bad. I'm sorry.
he started quoting Bibles, and I didn't have to say a word because all of these women came out of the woodworks and just attacked him, and I just let him go. I was like, just go. And
Let them go. Sick
the
'em.
community page, they went and deleted all his stuff and left our post up, but deleted all the stuff that he said about me. I was like, thank you. I didn't even ask him
That's
to. They just did.
Years ago, we did an event in Owensboro, and a church picketed it.
I mean, I've kind of been wanting some people. I will say,
It's kind of
right?
free marketing.
You're drawing
I will
attention.
say that where we have our market, all of the community pages around the area, like in the towns around here, easily share our stuff. Love sharing our stuff. The
That's
town
good.
where it is will not let me share anything. They delete all of my posts.
Yeah, I've run into a little bit of
So
that.
I'm like, it's not. We've had people take our signs down, and get rid of them. Yeah,
We've lost many a signs.
but we didn't even get our signs up this time, and it was like the most we had in one day ever. And we didn't even get our signs up because they didn't come in time. So
Didn't even-
I was like,
Well, maybe that's karmic. People are bad to you, so the universe
Yep,
gives
I
you some
hope so.
good.
but there's so many events. It's so many opportunities for vendors and readers and stuff like that. I just wish people would.
In the last 3 years, it's
Mhm.
just exploded.
And we've had some
And there's
people
good-
that are like,
yeah.
oh, I can do an event like that. And then they do one. They're like, no, I don't want to do that again. I love doing it.
People don't. I do too, but people don't
It
know
is a
what
lot
work
of work.
it is
For
until you
little
do
to no
it.
money.
Yeah.
It's not like a big money maker.
Mhm. No, you have to do those big giant ones before you can do that. Like Victory of Light. He, made great money off of that, but he had 180 vendors,
Oh, God, I
200
think it's more
vendors,
than that.
and
It's a huge
it
amount.
went 3
especially-
days, and people paid
Yeah, the
400.
booth piece.
We used to pay $450 for a booth there, but now he sold
and
it, and so the people doing it now, are cookie
and
cutter.
I've heard it's not as good from some vendors that have been doing it. They don't like it near as much.
No, it's not. I know a lot of vendors that have quit. It's just too
Well, and
costly
it
for
is.
what they feel like they're
It's
getting from it.
it kind of takes away from. I went when it was still Victory of Light. I went a couple of times when it was still Victory of Light.
Yeah, we used to sit up there all the time.
It was actually too big for me. There was too much energy in there. I don't know how all these energy people were in there and not just. It made me sick to my stomach. I got about halfway through and I was like, I can't do it. I had to leave. It was just too much.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
had to ground a lot. You had to ground a lot. You had to do your work. And the first few times we did it, we knocked it out of the park. But then he kept adding more and more and more vendors, and each year, it was less and less and less. I did do a gallery there though, and
I
had
bet that
90-something
was cool.
people, so that was cool.
I would like for
It
Sacred
was.
Journey to be big, but not that big. When I say big, I was like 50 vendors.
Yes.
Done. But like the volume of people that come out, and it's hard to find a good location that's not that's easy access and kind of presentable without paying more than you want to charge your vendors.
Because we try to make it affordable.
Exactly.
We don't want it to be too big to take away the quaintness. Words are hard.
Right.
And
And then you die.
but yeah, it's and if it gets to be too much work and it takes the fun out of it, you just don't want to do it anymore.
It does. if it gets to be too much work, or I think one thing you have to do is curate some vendors that are like-minded. They want the show to be successful. It's not just about them being set up and earning. We found some really good vendors that are sharing on their social and actually helping us market. And I think that's the kind of vendors you want
And
to
we've
keep.
got like our little family. I think for our dark market, because we only did one day, which was a mistake, and we won't do it again. And we've already profusely apologized to our vendors.
Won't do that again.
We learned our lesson. I mean, it was successful for a one-day event, but it was just like we learned
We
our
were
lesson.
we were so tired.
We had so many new vendors there that we had never had before. So it was successful in getting us vendors that we've never had
Right.
before. But we did, like, some of our OG vendors just couldn't do it. They couldn't make the trip. And so it was like the first time we didn't have spirit mechanics, which was so weird. And
We're not going to have them this time.
it's just weird not to have them there.
They've been at every show. They've done every show I
Mhm.
think I've ever done. So I miss
Yes.
I know, I
them.
do too.
But you had to do one day after you heard that there were razor blades in the hotel on Sunday. You had to just do Saturday.
What?
I'm
Oh,
circling back to our theme, razor blades in the kingdom.
We put razor blades in the
I mean,
merchandise.
while you only did one day, there were razor blades in the
Yeah.
in the hotel room.
Yeah, we had a good time though.
It's been a long day.
it has.
It's been a long day
And
for me.
I think we're going to have, so since this is our first one and we're just trying to feel it out, we're going to have a couple of different things that
Yeah,
a couple
probably
of different
several.
things that we'll talk about. I had thought about even going in the whole thing as to why people wear costumes on Halloween. Which is not really, I mean, it's lore, I guess. I mean, it's lore. They dressed up to scare off evil spirits.
Yeah.
And I know if somebody comes at me dressed like, I don't know, some of the people that they dress like nowadays, it would scare me.
Right.
Some of the people that dress like nowadays, I would run crying. So why do we have jack-o'-lanterns? Did you
No,
read
I
that
didn't.
one? Because some guy named Jack, I don't know the whole story, but some guy named Jack had been pretty evil. And when he died, hell didn't want him, and neither did heaven. And so somebody gave him a candle to light his way through eternity of not being either place. And he put it inside a turnip and carved holes in it. And that's where jack-o'-lanterns came from. Lore, truth, I don't know.
But
I
it's a
mean,
neat story.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. I think he was he Ireland or
I
Scotland?
mean, I've heard the whole turnip thing. I just didn't know the whole thing.
He could have been
have
Indiana
been.
for all I know.
I feel like all lore originates in Ireland.
Right.
I feel like
I think so
Or
too,
Scotland.
or Scotland. Some of it does
Oh.
in Scotland. Yeah. So but yeah, Jack. I think he was stingy, and that's why nobody wanted him. Or he was greedy. I don't know, something. It was a story about greed and not
I
sharing.
mean, it all comes from a story with like bedtime stories. How
All
to
that
get your
stuff.
kids to be good.
Mm-hmm. Well, the boogeyman, that's how that came from. The boogerman is worse. The boogeyman, that's how that came from, because, parents want their kids to be good and go to sleep. If you don't go to sleep,
Yeah.
the boogeyman will come get you.
See, that's
Terry,
why I
you're
like.
fine. It's a good reason why they can't make it.
Oh, the wedding's this weekend, isn't it?
The wedding's this weekend.
I want to see pictures because I'm
Mhm.
not gonna be there.
I know.
Okay, so how cool is it to
I'm
have a
just-
Viking wedding in a cave?
I think it's amazing. And
Awesome.
I think it's a great
It's
idea.
going to be.
Just nobody wander off any chefs that you don't recognize.
I think it's actually where they do it. I think it's pretty, like, it almost looks like an amphitheater.
It is
Yeah.
like a shade. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice location. We used to hike up that way years ago, back when I walked and hiked. Many years ago.
So I
Many
looked it
moons.
up, and it's an Irish legend of Stingy Jack.
See?
Okay.
Irish.
And nobody wanted him, so he had to wander
He just
eternity.
turned up.
Who gave him the candle? Does it say?
Let me see. The devil gave Jack a burning coal to light his way through the dark, forcing Jack to put it in a carved out turnip.
Coal. Okay, so a coal.
Mhm.
So what other Halloween ones can we think of?
It's
I'm
bound to
sure
be
there
some.
are. The Black Fang Candle. I'm just kidding. Black.
Well, you know,
Black the Virgin lighting the black flame candle. Sorry, that's Hocus Pocus.
Oh yeah. Bloody Mary. What was Bloody Mary? We used to do that thing when I was a kid.
I was terrified of that when I was a
call
kid.
Bloody Mary.
And that
I
was
wouldn't
one
do
that I
it.
was thinking about doing.
I
Huh?
wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it either.
I wouldn't do Candyman either.
I actually.
I don't remember
I'm
what
gonna
the
see if I can
story
find
was.
Yeah,
In the mirror
so
or something.
I was at a sleepover. I actually called my parents to come get me because they were playing with Ouija boards and they were in the bathroom doing Bloody Mary. And I said, I'm not doing it. I don't want to be here when they all come to get you.
No, you
I
don't.
said, they all going to come get you. I'm leaving.
No.
And it wasn't even the Bloody Mary that
Yeah,
freaked
you
me
don't want
out
that
as
one.
much as them a bunch of like 10, 11-year-olds playing with a Ouija board. Terrified me.
So we used to do this thing like junior high age where everybody would get around somebody laying still. They were the body. And you put like two fingers on them and you would talk about them being light as a feather and they would live. But it worked. It did.
So we did
happened.
that and it worked too. And I'm like, well, is it like a mind thing and you're not really lifting them that much and it just feels like you're
I don't know.
I don't know. But it felt like it worked for us too. Yeah.
But it worked.
We weren't lifting them up like this high or anything like that, but
no, but maybe a foot, you know, however you could comfortably raise your fingers.
So maybe it's mind over matter. Like that's
It
weird.
could be.
Okay, so
or maybe it was the intent. Maybe it was the intent of so many people sitting around with the same intention that they lifted them up.
okay, so
Maybe.
Bloody Mary. There's actually like several different. I think people use just different ways it could have come from. There's one for Queen Mary the First of England.
That makes sense. Bloody Mary. Yeah.
Because of her persecution of Protestants and other vengeful. So there was a serial killer. I didn't know that there were that many women serial killers.
I didn't either.
But her name's not even Mary. Her name's Elizabeth. I don't know how that has anything to do with it. So apparently you gather in a dimly lit room, often a bathroom, and stand in front of a mirror, and then you chant Bloody Mary 3 times, is what we were told when we were growing up. It was 3 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's what we heard.
And supposedly you'll see her in the mirror.
But she doesn't do anything. She just shows up.
Some say that she'll scream at you. Some say that
she
she'll attack you or scratch you or whatever.
Eat your guts.
Now you said it was. Are you talking about Elizabeth Bathory?
Yeah, her name's not even Mary.
Well, you know the story about her.
No, I don't. Do I?
Well, she's the one that would kill people and bathe in their blood because it was supposed to keep her young.
I thought you said yum. I was like, that's not keeping anybody yum.
Young.
Excuse me.
There's one that was a witch. That supposedly she was a vengeful witch that was burned at the stake. But I thought witches weren't burned. I thought they were actually hung.
I don't know.
So when we went to Salem and we were looking through the history and stuff in Salem, it says that the witches weren't burned. The witches were actually hung. And we went to the spot where they were supposedly hung.
Wonder if they were burned in.
I don't know. Maybe.
All over Europe.
Hmm.
Which is
It was really
All over
interesting. We did.
all over Europe.
Jim said that witches were burned all over Europe.
In Europe? Oh, okay. So the witch trials here, they were hung.
Mm-hmm. Or and stuck in the dunking things and
Mhm.
Oh, or
You know.
what was it? The duck thing? Was it like if you floated? What if you floated?
if
you
you
were,
did, if you floated, you were a witch, and if you sunk, you weren't. But by then, what did it matter? You were dead.
I was gonna say either way, you're gonna die. So you just it
Mhm.
was just a way for them to have an excuse to kill you because they didn't like you.
Exactly.
And then you're gonna float anyway. So
Mhm.
Then you become a
Regardless,
witch
you're going to be evil. Yeah.
yes, because evil women.
because we all float
We-
down here.
Yeah. I float about
Yeah.
like a rock.
So basically, it was the way to take care of the women who were
Sassy.
yes, who had their own opinion.
Women who were testicularly fortified.
That is
Women
the
with
best.
balls.
Yes,
I like that testicle.
fortified. Yeah, I like that one too. That one's good.
Put that one into memory. Good times. We actually did a session at the site of the witches being hung in Salem.
Oh, wow.
We did the Estes method.
And what
I've
did you
already
get?
told this story on live. I'm not telling it again.
I didn't say you had to tell it again. I was just saying it was nice. We got some cool stuff.
We did.
Things happened while we were there that it just
Of course,
it is
now
That the
everybody wants to
responses
know.
that to what happened were funny because the person that was doing it did not have any idea what was going on. There was a
So it was
gastric
funny.
eruption.
I
Bodily
knew that
functions
I
happened.
was okay. I have not heard the story, but I was sitting here thinking this person must have done that. So I guess my psychic self is turned on tonight because I was thinking that, and I thought, how can I tastefully say that?
Well, we
How can I
had Maria.
tastefully ask if the person crapped themselves?
There was
Maria
a
was doing the
dispensing of-
Estes method. We had her. She had her eyes closed. She had the earphones on,
He actually had her back to us when it happened. I think.
and we would ask the questions, and she would blurt out the responses, not knowing. Obviously, if you
Right.
don't know anything about the Estes method, she couldn't hear anything. Exactly, Heather. You know, because you were there. And we
Heather.
asked the question, bodily functions happened, and then Maria just says, that was funny. And it had nothing to do.
And
with
then she
what had
turned
happened.
around, and we were like on the concrete, like
Wheezing.
wheezing,
Right.
Wheezing.
because she said that, and it just was perfect timing. So it was entertaining. It was very entertaining. We had some stuff in the hotel room when we did the Estes method too. So it was pretty cool.
I had
We did it
somebody
at
crawling-
some random cemetery as well. It was
Mhm.
really,
I
it was
had
really neat.
someone crawl in bed with me at a hotel in E-Town in March.
Yeah, weren't people
Well-
trying to find out what hotel room that was so they
At
could stay there?
314 at the Comfort Inn, yeah.
I don't want somebody to
So-
crawl in bed with me while I'm trying to sleep.
No.
Well, it really, I'll tell it really, really quickly, the very, very short version, but I was asleep and I felt somebody sit on the bed. And my first thought was Jim, and then I realized I was by myself. Then my second thought was, oh my God, there's a human being in my room.
Mm-hmm.
And then they laid down by me and my whole body went to ice and I realized what it was. And I sat up in the bed and screamed at the top of my lungs for the entire hotel to hear me, get the out of my room. You are not welcome here. And I felt it leave. And I eventually fell back to sleep. Well, the next morning I'm getting ready to get in the shower and I hear 4 knocks on the door. And I go out and I listen, nobody's there. Get ready to go back in the bathroom, 4 knocks. And I come and open the door and there's nobody there. So Jim says it was the ghosts asking permission to come back in their room since I had so forcefully blasted them out. But the next night was fine. But then the hotel did confirm to me that there had been a death there.
Oh.
So,
I thought you were going to say they confirmed to you that they heard you screaming and get the fuck out.
when I checked out, there were several people behind the desk, and they said, "How's your stay?" And I said, "It's great, except that room's haunted." And they all rolled their eyes. But when I came back in to get my bag after getting my car, there was only one person at the desk. And she said, "What happened in that room?" And I told her, and she says, "We're not supposed to tell." But she says, "It's been a while ago. It's been some time ago. There was a death in that room, in that vicinity, on that floor."
Mm-hmm.
So it got validated.
Yeah.
I am not staying in the Comfort Inn this time.
You're not staying in that room.
Nope.
You don't need a visitor.
Even though I talk to dead people and see dead people and all that stuff, I don't want to sleep with them. I don't want them messing with me in the night.
Well, I mean, sometimes you don't want to talk to them, and you might want to just not have them.
I sure as hell don't want to sleep with them.
Right. There are boundaries.
So, huh?
There are boundaries.
They're always told, yeah. I always tell them, you can't invade my private space.
I have never really talked to him. I have seen, and Missy can attest because we were at an Airbnb during Scarefest weekend, and I was laying there, and I was like, "Go the fuck away!" And she went, "What?" I was like, "I was not talking to you."
Yeah, it is not a good feeling when one sits or lays down next to you, and your body just turns to complete ice.
Yeah, I imagine so. Yeah. I haven't had it, and Chris used to crack up because I would be flopping in the bed. He's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I can't go to sleep." He's like, "Why?" I said, "Because people keep popping up." And he was like, "Seriously, just tell them to flush off." I'm like,
"Yeah. That's what you got."
Well, just I see Heather when I was staying with her. She goes, "Oh, there's somebody standing in the corner." I'm like, "Great."
That was last month. And she goes, "That's it. Turn the TV on. We're watching a movie." I said, "He ain't going nowhere. It's fine. He's just standing there."
Yeah. If people knew how many things were in the rooms most of the time, they'd be freaked. I see Heather on here, and I did a investigation with her at the Thomas house, and one sat on my bed twice down there the night we did that.
The first time I ever saw anything was at her apartment, and I was like, "Why is there this woman with long gray hair? Why is she messing me? What? Why?" And she's like, "Huh?" I was like, "Nope."
Yeah.
Nope.
Which she says led to the great saging event.
Yeah, she cleaned your house out real quick.
We learned you must open a window when saging a room.
You must also put the wand completely out, because if it's just up in there just doing this little thing, you come back home and your house is well cleansed.
We didn't open any windows when we saged her apartment.
You got to have a crack in the window.
We learned that. Yes, internal fans. Ceiling fans must be on.
Yes, we did, Heather, have some very good activity that night. We heard the whistle, guy walked past, we got pictures, the flashlights went on and off all night long on command. It was Heather's good. She brings them in.
I need to do an actual ghost hunt with her. Well, she was with us when we went to Salem, so everything we were with, she was with us in Salem.
That is
true. From the ghost or the smoke?
From the smoke. We thought we would die that night. Oops.
I got you.
I have to say, celebrating my 50th birthday in Salem with the 5 of us was
it was so much fun. It had to have
been a blast. It had to have been a blast.
And we're all sensitives, and it was just it was great. We had
so when are you going back? You going back in what, 2 years?
We have to go back. We've talked.
Oh, we have to go back, but next time we're flying.
We're flying next time because Missy ain't riding in the car.
Woo! There was 4 of us in the car, and we picked up Heather from the airport, which that was an event in itself.
Driving in Boston. I'm glad that I stayed at the hotel.
Maria and I went to pick her up, and there was lots of cussing and praying and whatever, because we thought we were going to die.
Yeah.
I did hang my head out the window.
There were bridges that didn't need to be gone over.
And
But we
that's
had
how
the best time.
I got when we pulled up to pick her up. I hung my head out the window, was going, so
We're
she knew
here.
exactly where we were. So it was entertaining. I think, believe it or not, there was actually some nice people in Boston. We had some guy that pretty much directed us to drop Heather off. We would have never gotten her there when we were taking her back to the airport.
He was
And
just some random driver.
And he just saw
That's
a car
nice.
full of women.
Lost women.
Yeah.
And he said,
and
follow me, I'll get you out of here. We're like, okay.
Wayward lore whores.
Yes.
Well, we have named ourselves the Sisterhood of Shenanigans.
Well, I think that's a good name. I think that's appropriate.
Yes. Heather
Yes.
knew how to respond.
Yes, she did. We definitely have
it's fun. I turned 50 in a little over 2 years. So
That'd be a good time to go, because I was feeling like you guys would go back in 2 years.
So I want to go to Sedona because I was like, let's go somewhere we've never been. But I don't know how that's going to work. I wouldn't mind going back to Salem. I would like to stay longer in Salem. I'd like to stay a whole week.
We stayed, what, 3 days?
Was it 3 days? I think. I want to get down into like the history that people.
We went at the perfect time though. We went in September. We went right before all the craziness started. So the weather wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
There was a hurricane.
We did dodge a hurricane that year.
That's good.
So we passed hurricane chasers and all that on the road. We remember seeing the caravan.
We were looking for Jim Cantori.
If we saw Jim Cantori, we knew we were in trouble.
You knew you were in trouble.
But yeah, I'd like to get into the non-touristy stuff. I don't want to do the touristy stuff. I want to get back into like the actual history, more of the history of the Salem. We actually ran into this really cool guy. We went to a cemetery and there was a guy out there. I guess he was getting ready for he was like a tour guide.
Mm-hmm.
And he was getting ready
under a tree.
And he just sat and talked to us for like an hour, just telling us history and stuff about the area. So it was kind of cool. We got like a free tour without doing a tour.
And he sang for us.
Oh, he did. He sang for us too. That was cool.
The best history tour I was ever on was in New Orleans, the graveyard tour. The history was fascinating.
Now, New Orleans, that's my jam. I love New Orleans.
That's my jam.
I've been there
place
so many times. I wouldn't mind going back for my 50th because, I mean, I know New Orleans like the back of my hand because we live so close there. We lived in Mississippi. We were 2 hours away. That's where we used to go.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
We lived there. And Missy lived in Mississippi forever, and then she had never been there until after she moved to Kentucky.
I'd never been until I moved to Kentucky and went on a band trip with my daughter.
That's crazy.
But Chris, well, that's why we need to go back. We need to see the real New Orleans, not the I'm on a band trip New Orleans.
We didn't go down Bourbon Street because we had kids with us. We weren't allowed.
I feel like
I went down Bourbon Street the last time with my kid holding me up.
See, I didn't get to do that either.
She did. She held me up and she got me to a pizza place and she loaded me full of pizza and water and got me back to my hotel.
I made the mistake of going to Bourbon Street.
That's the last time I was in New Orleans.
The weekend of Mardi Gras. Never again.
Yeah, that's too crazy.
I was 21. Mm-hmm. It was a long time ago.
No, we never had. You can do those things when you're 21.
I would never advise it.
You know, you can survive those things.
I don't think my feet ever touched the ground. I think because there were so many bodies that literally you were not walking on the ground. You couldn't see where the street ended and the He's not happy. Why is he not happy?
Oh, Jasper
Who is that?
This is my only boy.
Hi, Jasper.
No, this is my only boy.
He's a pretty
boy, and he's the sweetest animal in the house outside of my dog. The two girl cats, they're kind of feisty, but he's a sweetheart. He's a cuddler. He's a lover, not a fighter.
But they like your window.
He's funny. He's just checking things
He
out.
is a little mentally challenged, we think, but he's great. He's special. We were told
No,
when we got him that he was special,
Y'all.
and I was like, well, then he's perfect.
he's perfect and he's handsome.
Oh,
Y'all,
I
I'm
get it.
sorry.
Are you having a hot flash?
Yeah.
See, this is how
Hot
our
flash.
lives go, Bev. We just start talking and then we forget we're on a live.
We forgot that there's people over there talking about something. Yes.
I mean,
The only time I've been to New Orleans and it didn't smell bad is when it was right after Katrina and everything had pretty much been washed out. Yeah.
Had washed it all
And it
away.
didn't smell bad.
We've only had a couple times where it actually stunk, and that was after Saturday night. That was when you went out on Sunday before the streets got clean. First time we went, we were walking down, and this chicken leg fell down out of the sky. And it was some young men up on a balcony, and they were fishing for women with chicken legs and beers. I knew then it was my kind of
I want
place.
to go back and I want to go to a voodoo shop.
Well, maybe we go to New Orleans for my 50th. I'm okay with that.
I'm down for that.
That would be a good 50. That would be a good 50.
Because I know where to
I have
go
a
because I've been
birthday
so many
this
times.
month.
And you have to go in a big group. You can't go around New Orleans by yourself or just two females. It's got to be a group of females. You got to be super careful. It's not the safest area to go, but
The first time Jim and I went, or maybe the second, our hotel was back in the town itself, not the quarter. And it was 2 or 3 in the morning. We were both drunk walking back to our hotel through a very, very, very sketchy part of town. And I know the angels were taking care of us. 2 tourists with purses and wallets walking at 2 or 3 in the morning through the sketchiest part of
I've
the quarter.
ended up in some pretty not safe areas of the quarter. You don't turn down side alleys, that's for sure.
Well,
Nope.
we went on a plantation tour, and that's when all the band moms found out that I was medium.
That's funny. That's funny.
So every room was, do you see anything? Do you hear anything? Do you feel anything?
So then you just got loaded with it. The only time I've ever, as many readings I've done, I'm not one of those that goes out in public and does a random reading, you know. But I did pirate bar. I was so loaded that I cornered this newly married couple and gave them a reading,
Oh,
whether they wanted it or not.
you getting it?
I don't think they really wanted it. But yeah,
But they got
Funky
it.
Pirate is the place to go.
I've never been to the Funky Pirate. I've been to the Cat's Meow, and I've been to some questionable bars on Bourbon Street that I will never go back to. But bars that we walked in and turned around and walked right back out.
Well, you did go eat at some sketchy place, didn't you?
It's amazing hobnobbers, and it is down a dark alley, and it's great. But there was this big dude, and if you've ever seen Friday, he looked. Have you ever seen Friday, Bev? He looked like Debo, and he was on a bicycle, and he was on the corner. He's like, "Hey, y'all looking for somewhere to eat? Follow me." And I was like, "I don't know if this is a good idea, Chris." I was like, "Yeah, let's just follow him." And he took us down an alley. I was like, "Really? You think this is a good idea?" He's like, "Here, come here." The nicest guy we had ever met. Walked into this hole in the wall.
And
Best breakfast
delicious.
we had ever had. And it was super cheap. And the people in there were super nice. And I bet you I couldn't find it again if I wanted to.
Out of all the amazing food we've eaten down there, the best was in those little holes in the wall.
Oh, yeah, that's the best.
And absolutely the best. We went down there one time to do nothing but eat and drink with another couple. That was our goal. Breakfast at Brennan's. What's the little snooty restaurant? All the snooty ones. We went down there just to do that.
That's the best thing to do in New Orleans. Is
We
eat.
had brunch at, what is it? Two
Mother's?
Sisters.
Two sisters.
Two Sisters. The courtyard, Two Sisters.
It was really good. It was really good. And we
Well,
went
Brennan's
to
isn't
Mama's.
there anymore, but it was amazing. It was like a 3-hour breakfast. It was an event.
Oh, wow.
Breakfast at Brennan's. But it's gone now.
I think it kind of okay. I know we've gone off topic. Lore
We
horrors.
always do. We always do.
So, okay, to go back to Halloween legends and things that scare your children to make them behave, what about Rockabye Baby? What about Ring Around Mary? What about all those awful children's songs our parents sang to us that are terrifying?
That are actually like based off
Ring
of
Around the Rosie,
horrible events. Because
Rockabye
London
Baby in a
Bridge.
Treetop, that's so comforting.
Yes, the baby falls out the tree.
Mm-hmm.
So where did that one come from, though? So like
I
London
have
Bridge
no
is falling down. There was like literally like a bridge or something burning or something like London burning or something, and then Ring
London
Around the
Bridges.
Rosies. That was Ring Around the Rosies. Wasn't that smallpox?
That's bubonic plague.
Bubonic plague.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the Rockabye Baby?
I don't know because it's terrible.
I'll
Really,
have to
my
look that up.
glasses, I just realized you can't see them.
Can't see your glasses?
They're on there. But yeah, all those things that parents do to scare their kids. Boogeymans. I know when my daughter was little, she every night for a while was there's a monster, there's a monster. And one night I was so desperate, I went in there and said, "Yeah, he lives in your closet." And she looked at me like, "What the heck?" And I said, "He's here to protect you from the bad monsters. He's a good monster." And I never had another problem with her thinking there were monsters in the room. Desperate mothers can come up with the right things.
So apparently, supposedly, well, I don't believe this. It says that there's a possibility, there's a theory that it could be a Native American tradition of cradling infants in tree branches. I don't
Doesn't
know
make
if
good
that's
sense.
no.
Maybe all
It's
swaddled
supposed
up and tied. I mean, it could, be all swaddled up and tied
so
in
the
a.
wind can rock them. I don't know, but
No,
it's supposed to be a warning against ambition. To
really,
not climb too high or you could fall.
because heaven forbid we have too much ambition.
Right? Seems kind of odd. It was first published in 1765.
Yes, Mother Goose's Melody.
But I don't know.
Baby. Hushabye Baby is what it started at.
Instead of
Then they changed
Rockabye.
it.
So tell your kids there's razor blades in your candy, and then that way you can eat the Reese cups first.
Yes. The moral of the story is you take the Reese's cup first.
You take the
Yes.
Reese cups first.
All of the
Because
Reese.
they may have razor blades in them and you need to eat them, not your kids.
I need to protect my child.
Yes. I will take one for the team. I will eat the Reese's cup.
Yes.
I'll
Well,
eat gently.
We did talk about our subject tonight.
We did. We did talk
And we
Okay,
circle
you
back. We circle back around.
Yeah, right. I mean, we threw a few Halloween things in there. We talked about some stuff. Our next one will probably be a little bit more scripted, more information. Probably choose a couple of them. I have a little more information on it. Hopefully Bev will join us again next month.
Yes.
Oh, I'll be happy to. It's fun.
And then maybe we can each pick one, and then we'll have plenty to get through an hour.
You really want me to pick a subject?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Bring it on. So don't forget this weekend to go to
Spooky Moon Market.
Thank you. I was going moon. Spooky Moon Market in Elizabethtown. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that where it is?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Uh,
Just an hour from Lexington.
So go out there this weekend. They have all kinds of events going on with her market. So they're doing all kinds of fun stuff. So you definitely need
We
to
have a band from Nashville playing for about an hour. We have Troupe de Gaz and Marina and her entire troupe are doing the Vampiric Awakening dance. We have the Kentucky Wildwood Witches doing and teaching the Witches dance. We have the Witches Walk, which is going to be interesting. We have a cackling contest. We have Darren Sturgill singing. We have all kinds of seminars, death walkers. all kinds of things, the channel messages, and there's all kinds of seminars going on. And there's a ghost hunt at 7 o'clock on Saturday night of the very haunted Pritchard Center that's never let anybody do anything there before. So there's a lot. Plus, there's 55 vendors.
Right. So there's
And
plenty of
me.
shopping and right. You just go see Bev.
She won't talk to you because she'll be too busy, but.
And it's just $5.
Yeah, it's just $5 to get in with all that.
Ghost hunt's funny.
Yeah.
But if you go by Akashic Awareness, which is Shelley Mark James's shop, you can get a free pass.
See?
If you have a military ID, college ID, if you call Jim Dumplin when you get there, there's all kinds of ways that it's inexpensive to attend.
You can even save that $5, spend that $5 on a vendor. See?
That's what we've told people before. Here, you keep your money, just promise you'll spend it with the vendor.
Yeah.
So we give away a lot of free passes to our events.
It's spooky season. You need to go shop for some spooky shit, and you need to get a reading.
And there's some spooky stuff going on there too. There's some there's some different vendors than usual. So
I mean, it's October. It's time. It's time. It's time.
it is. It's beyond
Make
time.
it up. That is on TV.
And I have a birthday this month. This is my birthday party.
Oh,
How'd you get so lucky to get an October birthday?
October 26th.
Oh,
Patrick's
Scorpio.
is October 26th.
My daughter's is the 24th.
oh wow.
Jim has had to live with 2 Scorpio women all these years.
Bless his heart.
He's a brave man. Bless his heart's right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Next Wednesday, we will be doing
Trashy Witchcraft Confessions.
And I will have the link up on sacredjourneymarket.com. Our website's about to go through this whole new
Revamp.
That's exciting. Yeah, that's always exciting too.
But we are going to add the link up there so that you can fill it out. If you've had a backfiring witchcraft spell work, something happened when you were trying to do the witchy shit and you got screwed over, or something odd happened, or it went the opposite of the way you wanted it to, fill out the form. You can do it anonymously. We want to talk about you, make fun of you, because we know that we make fun of ourselves. So fill it out. We love you. If we don't have anything, we may not have anything before next week, but if we don't, I'm sure that we have plenty. We have plenty.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.